this is just another chapter that I'm willing to shoot. You are the reason I'm a mess, at least I'm telling myself. Every waking moment in a fever that I'm willing to shoot. Another punch into the kidneys that I'm happy to see. Oh, this is just another chapter that I'm willing to shoot. You are the reason I'm a mess, at least I'm telling myself.
Alex and Steve now from Gorky. How are you?
We're good, thanks.
How was your set?
It's really, really good. Yeah, had a great time.
Packed out of 10? Because it's on a slope, isn't it? So
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was really busy. It filled up as the show went on, and like never saw anyone walking out, which was a good sign for any band playing.
Did you on the same time around about CKY?
Well, I think our friends
that.
are straight from the path were playing, and yeah, CK, I don't know.
Cancer Bats, all playing.
But it's straight, yeah, and you know we're not a particularly heavy band for this festival, so to keep people's attention and you know it's awesome. All we could have hoped for. It's amazing.
And you've also been announced to support for Black Peaks later on in the year.
That's
Which is also,
right.
I'm pretty excited.
Well,
to see
maybe
that.
that's what. Maybe people were like, let's check these guys out before they're going tour.
Yeah, definitely.
Young bucks.
Definitely. So I mean, what's been the reception been like for the album since it's come out? Because I think it's just beautifully crafted.
Thank
yeah,
you,
it's
man.
good.
Yeah,
really good reception. Yeah.
I've been saying like it's a strange thing for us because like we just made exactly what we wanted to do. So you know, all you can do is just hope that people like it, and
Yeah.
you know, if they don't, you've made a great record, and it's just been blinding. Like, you know,
Each song's different as well because we were all introduced to Kerosene first, and you're like,
Right.
okay, cool. And then when the album came out, you're like,
yeah,
no one song is the same, and it's.
that's it, man. I guess we didn't really think about the reception full stop, but it's just, I think people just like good music, right? I hope. I like
I
good
do.
music,
Yeah,
and all my
definitely.
favourite records, you know, they're not like heavy metal records, and I just like it, and we just happen to be playing a heavy festival.
Yeah,
so.
definitely. Well, the two tracks that are mine from the album are Mess and Sneakers.
Oh,
I think
thank
Sneakers are just heavy as fuck. And I'm
Thank
just
you,
like,
man. Well, that was
Cool,
one of the
yeah.
first we.
They were two first ones.
That's
yeah.
Oh, were
that
they?
was the very
Yeah.
first.
Oh, wow.
Maybe we're going
Yeah.
downhill.
We picked on our very
Yeah.
first two songs ever.
Wicked.
written as a band.
Yeah.
So how did they come around? Was that just through ideas and jamming, and the album just kind of
So Lags and
evolved?
I have known each other for years through bands and playing each other's bands and jumping in each other's vans when we're going on tour with. He was in Gallows and Crocodile and loads of other bands, and we just decided like we got to make a record.
Yeah.
And I had these songs and we flew demos between us, and it's just a real natural process, and I think it's just something that was always going to happen, you know.
Yeah.
And we didn't give it too much thought. There was no big industry plan or angle or sound that we were going for. We just decided we were going to do it, and
Was
we
there, always
loved
like,
it.
was there always like a time frame, like this has to happen, or was it we'll do it sometime, we'll do it some, just pushing it back?
I mean, the first record took quite a while to like complete itself,
Yeah.
I guess. Like there wasn't like a sense of urgency because obviously like you're making music and no one knows who you are, so there's no one there going like,
Yeah.
well, we need a single by this date, or we need
Yeah.
album releases happening here, you need it all done. So it kind of took its time. So I think that might be why like the album has so many like
yeah.
you know ebbs and flows kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, the first record was done over like a year, so every single song was done completely separately. You know, there was no like drum day for all the all the tracks. So yeah, maybe that's why it sounds like that. But you know, we've just literally finished our last record, which was the complete opposite. We went to Snowdonia, we got dropped off in the middle of nowhere, and we were like, well, we've done that whole record an album over a year thing. Let's go and do records like some of our favourite albums and just blast it out. And we recorded an album live in like what 4 or 5 days. So yeah, the next one's very different. I don't know. Well, maybe it isn't. But yeah.
How was Snowdonia? Because it's quite barren as fuck up there.
Well, that was the whole idea. To, like just be somewhere where you've got no distractions. Like Steve said, like you couldn't even go to a shop. Do you know what I mean?
we
Like,
didn't have a car.
We had no vehicle, and we hired this cottage. It was literally like it was in the mountains. You couldn't walk.
Isn't
anywhere.
the local shop on top of Snowdonia itself, and you have to catch a tram up there?
we didn't venture that far.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was amazing, and like, you know, it was less sort of trying to be inspired by nature or anything cheesy like that, more just not being distracted. And I'm lucky enough to have a studio that I run, and that's how we did the first record. This time I was like, well, that's just the easy option, right? Let's just go and get out of our comfort zone, and that's what this band's always been about, just doing something that we're not entirely sure what we're doing. Do you know what I mean? And
painting in the dark.
Yeah,
Exactly.
we just kept going. That's all it is. We didn't know if we were going to make a full album. We didn't know we were going to make a second album. We didn't know we'd be coming playing festivals.
Yeah.
It's just gone so beautifully as just a bunch of old friends making music, and
But it's,
that's what
it's
we're about.
great. And Mass is just. Oh, yeah. And Mass is obviously the total opposite of Sneakers, which is just.
well, yeah.
you know what I
So
mean? Like,
I don't know, man. Like, yeah, I think generally we're quite a miserable sounding band, but it's not a negative vibe.
No.
It's just always the way our music's come out. Lags and Gallows has always been very dark, you know. And in fact, I think that's how we first started realising we got to make music together, because the last two Gallows records that I was involved with were quite sinister and dark, and
yeah.
I was like, fuck yeah, we got to do something like that, right? So yeah,
The
that's
self-titled is still one of my favourite
awesome.
records.
Yeah, it's
I just
awesome.
think it was
Beautiful album.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
beautiful.
And I'm just great. And hopefully you'll come around to do a headline tour shortly after the support tour. You know.
Us
Yeah.
or Gallows?
Well,
Gold Key.
Oh,
Gold Key. Yeah.
I said Black Pigs. Yeah, Gold Key.
Yeah,
Again,
yeah.
everything.
Anyone, just hopefully.
We'd love to, man, but you know, we're riding the fucking wave. We'll see what happens. Like, we've done some really great headline London shows and been blown away by the people turning up, and it's just everything we touch seems to be turning to gold. No pun, but we'll see. There's no rush.
Awesome.
There's no rush.
Wicked. Well, it's great talking to you guys.
Thank you, mate.
And hopefully I'll catch you at Bleak Peaks.